Hello everybody, my name is Aixa. I'm a professional tarot reader and a tarot teacher, and on today's video I want to share with you a birthday spread that you can do with your tarot cards in order to know how this new year ahead is going to be about. So I will do this reading for consultant that I have. Thank you very much for letting me read your cards, and we're going to start pulling cards. The first one is the major learning from the year that you're leaving behind, so what you learned last year, and then the major theme for the year ahead, as if you had like a title. Okay, this year is going to be about. Then how to express my better self in order to achieve my goals, in order to achieve my aspirations. So let's see. Then the next card is, on the one hand, the strengths that I have this year, the tools that you have. And then I'm going to pull the weaknesses, because you have to be aware of those things. Your weaknesses are those things that are not going to be easy this year. And then we're going to pull some cards for different areas. In this case, please feel free to change these themes, these categories. So I'm going to take a card for career, and I'm going to take another card for relationships. In this case, as I know this girl, I'm going to take a card for love, and then I'm going to take a card for emotions this year, and one last card for spirituality. So you have to put the cards into three different lines. The first line is going to be the major learning from the year that I'm leaving behind, the major theme from this year, and then how to express my better self. In a second line, the strengths and weaknesses, and there on the third line we have all these different categories or themes or life areas, and we're going to see how the energy is going to express in those different areas. So let's start with the interpretation of these cards. Okay, so the first card that we have, that is the major learning from the year that you're leaving behind, is the Temperance, and this card is telling me that what you have learned from this last year is to put things into their very best quantity. And by that I mean not too much from this, not too much from that, not going into the extreme poles, but to try to mix, to get to a new balance between things, between those things that may have felt like were opposites on other times. So yeah, I think this card is about balance, in finding a new axis for things that at another moment you were maybe managing as completely extreme poles. Then we have the major theme for the year ahead. Yeah, we have the Knight of Pentacles. So as we can see, we see someone on a horse holding a coin. So I think that this card may represent some travel on a very literal level, or making movements or transformations on the ways that you earn or gain your money. I think it's about moving from one place to another, to creating some movements in your career, in your life, in your work, in order to gain new things. But also it's about transforming the value that you give to things, as coins talk about the things that we give meaning to. Then we're going to see how to express my better self this year, and we are going to start seeing that this reading starts to create a sense, starts to create like some coherence between the cards. And yeah, here you can see how to express your better self. And I think that the 10 of Pentacles, as 10 is a number of closure, is maybe closing and getting into a new dimension. As you can see here, we have a portal about your work and career life, and also meeting with others. All the people in this card is looking at someone else, as here these two, and here this character with these beautiful dogs. So yeah, leaving one work life behind and enter into a new dimension. Also, as I can see the Kabbalistic tree here, draw with those coins, I think that it's maybe about connecting spirituality with your work and with your money. Why not? Then, strengths and weaknesses. As you can see, it's coherent again. These are the strengths and these are the weaknesses. And yeah, I think that these two cards together will tell that, okay, you're going to spend a lot of energy into creating things, into getting closer to your desires, but also this will make you feel really tired. And your weakness will be not being really in touch with this King of Wands, because a king is someone that knows how to manage their kingdom. And in this case, the Kingdom of Wands will tell us, okay, not being in complete control of your element, maybe not being able to control how much energy I have to put into my things, and maybe getting too tired. So manage your energy. Be careful about that if you don't want to be tired or drained. Then, okay, career and work. Can you see us? This year is very much about work. It's very much about career. And King of Pentacles. And this card also adds information for the ones that we had already seen. These two. This one and this one. We have two cards of closure, we have two cards of transformation, and here we understand why this year is about conquering a new stability, is about being in complete control of your beings, of your money, of your work, and finally getting to a place of maybe recognition and power in your career. So, also look how this king is being absorbed by this nature. Be careful of not getting too absorbed by your work, of course, but seems very enjoyable. As you can see, all these grapes are a symbol of enjoy and pleasure. Then relationships, and as I said, is about love life. And I can see that you're going to continue with the last year work in this area, as you're going to maybe feel not very stable on this area, and you are going to decide if you are willing to play, if you're willing to be maybe uncomfortable in this area, or letting yourself be moved as the waves that you can see here by others or not. It's interesting because I know this person. So yeah, trying to understand what can I do with what I have, and how to manage my resources into relationships. Not only, of course, money resources, but your own tools and resources. And yeah, not being stable at times is something that happens. Not being in total control when being in a relationship with other people. Then we have spirituality. We have the Queen of Wands. So you have a complete kingdom. You have the king and the queen. And you also have the King of Pentacles. So here, the Queen of Wands is this card that is telling me that in your spiritual world, you're going to really enjoy your journey, as the Queen is here to connect with her deepest desires, with her deepest connection with pleasure and with what she wants. So maybe spirituality becomes a tool to maybe conquering your desires. Also, this queen is holding this sunflower, and sunflowers is this flower that connects us with going towards those things that are vital to us, that gives us energy, that gives us life. Also, it's connected with this card. And maybe as sunflower, learning when it's time to put yourself in the middle of your system, of your solar system, in order to absorb the nutrients or the things that you need to grow. So yeah, I think that the Queen of Wands in your spirituality means that spirituality will be something that will be really enjoyable, but also a tool to conquering your desires. Will help you manage your energy and connect with what you really want. And the last card is about emotions, is about your inner world, and we have the Page of Swords. And you know that the function of a page into the court is like someone young, that it's not at the same rage that, of course, kings, queens, or knights, as they're learning things, as they are maybe not ready to already be a knight. So this page, I think that is telling us that you're going to learn this year a lot about managing your own thoughts, and how they affect your inner and emotional world. Also, I can see that this card is full of like illusion, like and yeah, maybe this year you will be connecting with this getting out of confusion, getting out of those clouds that you have in the sky, in order to meet your very own truth. And by that, you have to connect with the power of your thoughts, the power of your communication, and the power of learning how to use your sword in order to be better at an emotional level. Well, that's all. I really hope you have enjoyed this reading. I really hope you find it interesting or useful, and if you do it, please tag me on a story so I can see it. And my Instagram is tarot.crystal. See you there, and leave me a comment so I know if you like it, if you don't, all those things. Please subscribe. Bye bye.